Hey guys, this is Michael with Quiet Lawn. Over the past couple years, I've alluded to in some of our videos that we've been using some new equipment aside from like Ego and Greenmarks and other stuff we've used in the past. Up until now, we haven't been able to share that equipment with you because the company wasn't ready to debut that equipment yet. But I'm happy to announce that we're able to talk about it now. The name of the company is called Kress. They're a German company that's been around since 1928, and they've been making power equipment since 1966. So although it might be a name that you've never heard of before, they're a company that's been around for a long time, especially in Europe. But what we've been using the last 2 seasons is their prosumer equipment. We've been using their mowers, their hedge trimmers, their string trimmers, their blowers, and some other equipment. What we're actually going to look at today is their commercial line, and this is actually the first time that I've been able to look at the commercial line. So we're going to take this stuff out over the next couple days. We're going to check it out, we're going to see how it does and make some video and share that with you guys. But what I can say from my experience with the prosumer line is that it's some of the best equipment I've used. It's better than any other brand that we've currently came across as far as power, ease of use, and just overall performance. But what we're going to be looking at is their 21-inch commercial mower. We're going to be taking a look at their 25-inch hedge trimmer. We're going to be taking a look at their stick edger, and we're going to be taking a look at their 16.5-inch string trimmer. Also over here we have probably the most powerful battery blower that I can think of. It's an 876 CFM backpack blower. And all this stuff is 60 volt. So I've kind of introduced you to the line and then to the company. Now I want to take you to each individual tool, tell you a little bit more about the specs, and then like I said, we'll go out and shoot some video and let you see how it does. Okay guys, the first thing I want to talk about with the Kress commercial line, and probably the biggest game changer for us in the electric lawn care space, is their batteries and their technology with their batteries. Now they have a 60 volt prosumer line that we've been using, and they also have the 60 volt commercial line that they have. And the good thing about that is all of the batteries are compatible throughout the whole platform. What's different about the commercial batteries is how fast they will charge. So although you have similar batteries for their prosumer products, they also have these special commercial batteries. And the game-changing thing about that is you can charge one of these 4 amp hour batteries in about 8 minutes. You can change this 11 amp hour battery that's made for the backpack or for the mower. You can charge that in about 15 minutes. One of the biggest challenges we have in this space right now is that you can never have enough batteries, and we use the batteries faster than we can charge them. This right here is truly game changing because now you can have unlimited power, and you can literally have 2 or 3 batteries that you're rotating through the day, and you can't possibly use it fast enough before your next battery is ready. This battery, this 4 amp hour battery, this morning, when we put it on the charger, it had 1 bar. And we looked at our watch, and it charged all the way to full within about 5 minutes, which is insane. If you look at normal batteries, you know, like our Egos, stuff like that, they're going to take anywhere between 30 minutes to over an hour, depending on the type of charger you use. So that is truly game changing. And like I said, this giant 11 amp hour battery will be fully charged in 15 minutes. So that is truly a game changer. It's going to mean you're going to have less batteries, and it's going to mean you're going to have no downtime when you're waiting on your batteries to charge. They do have and I don't have the exact details on it yet, they do have an on-the-go charging system that will do this same thing and charge these batteries in that time. That's also going to be a huge game changer, and as soon as I have more info on that, I'll be sure to share with you guys. But as much as I love this platform, as much as I love the performance, and I think it's well above anything I've tried, this is what I'm most excited about, because this solves one of the biggest problems right now that we have in the electric lawn care space. But let's take a look at their mower. Hey guys, so the next tool I want to talk about is the commercial 21-inch mower. Now, as I said, we've been using their prosumer equipment for the last 2 seasons. We've been using their 21-inch prosumer mower, and I've got to say it is by far the most powerful electric mower I've used. It's much stronger than the Greenworks. It's much stronger than any Ego we've used or any other mower that we've demoed. This commercial version is a whole different animal. So as good as the prosumer is, this is even better. We had a chance to test an early prototype of this several months back, and the amount of lift and the quality of cut was unbelievable. It rivaled anything gas that I've tried. This is almost the final version. This is not quite the final production version, but I can see they've even improved it over that. So this is a 21-inch commercial mower. It has 9.5 Newton meters of torque, if that helps you decide the power. It goes from 2,800 RPM all the way up to 3,300 RPM. And one of my favorite features of this mower that I've asked for in other mowers is a lot of the mowers, including their prosumer, have where they automatically rev up the torque when you're in thick grass. This one, you can control it. You can control the power with just a button. So if you're in a thicker lawn and you need to get some more juice, you can just hit that button and it'll rev it up to 3,300 RPMs. It's got it where it's got an easy power on feature. You can travel without engaging the blades, which I like. That's a feature that we have on a lot of mowers, but some of them don't. You know, like if you want to get it back to the vehicle, you can use the self-propel without turning on the blades. You can use this 11 amp hour battery, or like I said, you can use any battery, whether it's their commercial batteries or whether it's from their prosumer line. All the batteries are interchangeable within the platform. And as I said, the big benefit to these commercial batteries is that they are able to charge extremely fast. You can charge this 11 amp hour battery in about 15 minutes. You can charge a 4 amp hour battery in about 8 minutes. So that's very impressive. The build quality of this is extremely well. It's extremely good. It's got a reinforced steel deck. It's got the blade on it is commercial. It's not one of these dinky, thin electric mower blades that you're used to. The blade on this thing is thick, and this mower has an insane amount of suction and lift. Something I was not expecting when we tried the earlier prototype of this. But very well made. It's still lightweight and maneuverable. It only weighs 77 pounds without a battery. Turns very easy, very well balanced. Rubber tires, and just like I said, you can feel this machine and it's very solid. But that's their 21-inch mower. We're going to be taking it out and we're going to be testing it out the next couple days, and hopefully in some wet, thick grass because we're getting a lot of rain here lately, and we're going to see what it can do. Hey guys, one of the things that I really like about this platform is the flexibility. As I said before, all of the batteries, whether it's for their prosumer tools or their commercial line, are interchangeable. Again, I said the benefit of the commercial batteries is that they charge really fast. But another great thing that's nice and flexible is that you have the option to not only use the battery in the tool, but you can also use a backpack battery, a larger backpack battery, if you're in like a commercial setting where you're going to be far from your vehicle. You know from my previous videos that we prefer to have the battery in the tool for various reasons. You know, it's very hot where we are. We do small residential lawns, so it's not like we have to walk a half mile to go to the truck to get another battery. But some people prefer a backpack battery, and some people like to have more run time so that they're not having to change batteries as often. So the nice thing about this line is with all of the tools, you can use either the battery on the tool, the 4 amp hour battery, or you can use this adapter and you can use the backpack here, and you can use the 11 amp hour battery, the backpack battery that I showed you. They do have other sizes coming in the future, they've told me, but right now they have the 4 amp hour and the 11 amp hour in the commercial line. First hand tool we'll be testing out tomorrow will be this 25-inch commercial hedge trimmer. Very heavy duty, serviceable blades, ability to rotate as you trim. So again, you know, if you're trimming a lot of hedges and you want to have a lighter hedge trimmer so you're not wearing your arms out, it's nice to have the flexibility to be able to use the backpack to put the weight of the battery on your back as opposed to on the tool. But we've got a 25-inch hedge trimmer right there. Feels very heavy duty. we've got our 16.5-inch string trimmer. I'm excited to use this. I've heard other people say that this is by far the strongest electric string trimmer they've used. We've been using their prosumer string trimmers, and they are super powerful. There's no shortage of power, so I can only imagine that this is going to be a lot even stronger than that. And finally, we've got our stick edger that we're going to be testing out as well. We used this stick edger a little bit this morning for the first time, and it is the quietest electric tool that I've used thus far. It was even quieter than Hedge trimmers. It was insanely quiet and very powerful. Did a great job giving a nice clean line for us. But these are the hand tools we'll be using. Again, like I said, you're able to use the battery on the tool, the smaller batteries on the tool, or you're able to use this backpack if that's what you prefer and you want to get the weight off of the tool. But let's go ahead and take a look at the blower. Hey guys, so the final tool I want to talk about that we're going to be testing out this week is going to be the 876 CFM commercial backpack blower. Again, like I said, one of the nice benefits to this is that you can use any of the batteries from the whole platform on any tool. So right now I'm using the 4 amp hour battery, but you can use the 11 amp hour backpack battery as well with this same tool. You know, if you're doing leaves or you're doing commercial work where you need a lot of run time. But this blower, I'm excited to use it. Just from the few minutes that I've been playing with it, it's so strong that it's kind of pushing me back as I'm using it. So I can tell that it's definitely has a significant amount of power. It's got 4 different speeds, adjustable speeds. The controls are nice and easy to use. It feels very well balanced on my back. It doesn't feel like it's, you know, I can't hardly feel the weight on it. So it is very light, but this is one of the tools we're going to be using. I'm excited to try it out. Hey guys, Michael with Quiet Lawn. We're out here on a property. We're testing out the new Kress commercial equipment. Like I said, we've been using their prosumer products for the last 2 seasons, and this is our first chance to take a look at the commercial products, so we're excited to see that. There's some exciting features they've added. You know, we were very happy with their prosumer models, but I'm excited to see, you know, kind of some of the differences in performance with the commercial line. But this is their stick edger. Straight shaft. Got Big Paw on it here. You like it, Big Paw?
Yes, sir.
Plenty of power, very quiet. That's definitely the quietest stick edger I've heard. Much quieter than our Ego, which, you know, they're not very loud anyways, but just making that observation. This is definitely very, very quiet. Paul, let's go ahead and edge it. We'll do 945 at the same time. We'll edge that one. That is super quiet. Nice. That's definitely the quietest tool I've heard. Plenty of power.
Yeah, that was on speed.
That's a good job. Awesome. That's good. Yeah, that commercial edger does a really good job. You can see here, very nice, clean line. Didn't struggle at all. Plenty of power. And did a good job. Got a nice, clean line here. I like it. All right, we got Kevin here on the commercial edger. This unit is by far the quietest electric tool that I've used. It's insanely quiet. Not that any of them are super loud. Even the Ego is fairly quiet, but it's more of a high-pitched noise. This is extremely quiet. The quieter the better. The least intrusive it is for our customers, the easier it is on our employees' ears. Very powerful. Feels real strong, right, Kevin? Yeah. Nice clean cut. Yeah, that's on the lowest power setting. Doesn't take a lot for edging. Just finished trimming everything up here. Yeah, that thing does a really clean job. It's nice. It's really hard to hear how to determine a noise level when you're listening to a video because the microphones amplify all these sounds, but I can just tell you from being here in person, this thing is super quiet. Good job, Kevin. All right, guys, we're going to test our first Kress 60 volt commercial tool. We got Kevin, our beautiful model Kevin here with a 60 volt 25 inch hedge trimmer. Very nice unit. As I said, one of the big benefits to the Kress line is that you can use any of their batteries from their whole platform in any tool, and also you can use either their backpack with the adapter, or you can put the battery on each tool. So we'll show that both ways, but we'll go ahead and get started here. It's been raining. It's been a pretty wet time of year, but the good news is this commercial line is IPX4 rated, so you don't have to worry about it getting wet. You don't have to worry about light rain or anything like that. So we'll go ahead and test it out, see how it does, and shoot some video for you guys. And this hedge trimmer does have an eco mode as well. Also, the handle rotates, so if you're doing the sides of the hedges or whatnot, you can rotate that handle by just clicking that button. Serviceable blades. Nice clean cut here. Very quiet, does a great job. Nice clean cut on these hollies. Hey guys, we're going to go ahead and try out the commercial backpack blower from Kress. It's 876 CFM. The first thing I'm going to do is we're going to be doing a clean out on these beds where we just trimmed everything with the commercial hedge trimmers. So I'm going to put this thing on low mode so I can blow everything out of the beds. And then we are going to go ahead and mow the whole property and blow everything off and let you see that. Also, this is a very small property. As I said, there are different battery options. You can use the 4 amp hour battery, or you can use the big 11 amp hour backpack battery. With this small property, there's no reason to carry around the extra weight, so I'm going to be using the 4 amp hour battery. Got a nice little display here. I can adjust my setting. I'm going to adjust it down to the low setting. Guys, this thing is super quiet. All right, guys, I'm super excited. We're about to try out the commercial mowing equipment. We just finished up trimming all these hedges. The hedge trimmer did a beautiful job, but you can see we've got some debris out here in the lawn. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the bagger on the commercial 21-inch mower, and we're going to go ahead and bag up all these clippings and debris that are out in the yard. All right, guys, the first time we've used this commercial 21-inch mower. We've got the bagger on here to bag up all these clippings that we've blown out in the yard from the shrubs. Super powerful mower. All right, we had to adjust the height of the handles. It does have a really cool adjustment on the side. Took us a second to figure out where it was, but really easy to adjust, just like one clamp on the side. You just pop it open and set your height and clamp it back down. It's really pretty cool system. You hear it mulching up, bagging, sucking up all that debris really easily. Mower's doing great so far. It's really good at sucking up the clippings. You can hear competition over this way. Okay guys, it's actually sucking up the debris very well. I just wanted to see what it does in high speed. Like I said, the good thing about this mower is you can adjust from low to high speed as far as the blade speed. It's not one of those auto sensing technologies like you have with a lot of mowers. Which, you know, they work fine, but you know, I have issues with them sometimes just because they don't pick up the power fast enough, and by the time you run over some thick grass and the power revs up, you have to back up and double cut. With this one, you can turn it up. You know, if you can see you're in a thick yard, you can use more power if you need to. But yeah, I mean, this is, you know, it's sucking up pieces of mulch that we blew out in the yard. It's not leaving anything, so it's actually bagging very well. I'm impressed. Obviously cutting really well. This yard isn't super thick. The backyard is thicker, but we'll try to get this thing on some thick grass. That thing is really moving too. It's got a fast self-propel. So back here we're getting into a little bit thicker grass. It's thick and wet. It's actually raining right now. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but we're getting some rain right now. Very nice cut. I believe this is a 2.5 bushel bag. So this part has some crabgrass in it. It's a little bit thick. Kevin's almost killing himself. So this backyard is usually pretty thick. It gives us a challenge with our other mowers. It's got some Bermuda in it and some other stuff. It just stays really wet. So far, it's just going right through it at full speed. Yeah, I'm impressed. All right, this grass is actually looking really good. It's a very good cut quality. Single pass, not even having to really slow down the self-propel, which we'd have to do with other mowers. We'd have to walk slower to let the mower catch up. But it seems like it's cutting through it just fine, and this is on the low speed and with bagging. Impressed so far. It's definitely a powerful machine. This is a very thick lawn, very wet, dense grass. All right guys, so we mowed that whole lawn and didn't even fill up the bag completely, but let's look and see at it. Oh yeah, look at that. Good job at bagging. Everything's nice and well mulched up. So mowed about a 2,500 square foot lawn. Didn't even fill up a bag. Yard looks great, did a great job. Good suction, sucked up all the debris from trimming the shrubs and everything. Did a nice job. Okay guys, we found a nice thick lawn here. It's been very wet, very rainy. This lawn is always very thick. It's probably a good 8 or 10 inches tall. Nice thick centipede. We're getting a little bit of rain right now, and it's you know, still pretty wet. So we're going to test out this 21-inch commercial mower. We've got it currently in mulch mode, right Kevin? So we got our mulch plug in. We're going to see how it mulches. Okay, here we go with our commercial 21. Like I said, you can see how wet this grass is. Water's squishing out. We literally just got a rainstorm. If you live near the coast, you understand how spotty the weather is. It'll be sunny and 100 degrees one minute, and then you're getting rained on. So I'm actually very impressed. That's a very clean cut. Maybe 1 or 2 stragglers. Very good cut. Normally with our other mowers we use, we would have to go a lot slower than that and double cut most areas. So this is very thick. It's got a lot of crabgrass in it, which is tough to cut. Seems to be cutting through it very well. Again, this is in mulch mode. We'll have to try bagging and side discharge here in a little bit. Beautiful backyard. Yeah, so good. Nice clean cut. No stragglers. I'm impressed so far. This area back here is extremely low and it's wet all the time. Very swampy like. And it's always growing a lot more than the rest of the lawn. It's always got a lot of weeds. And actually extremely impressed with how clean of a cut it's doing. You know, we might, I don't know, we'll see. We might have to double cut a couple of little spots, but overall this is looking great. So this is our first time using the commercial unit. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to, they need it for other demonstrations, and like I said, this is not the final version, so we won't be able to keep this thing and test it some more. But just initially, you know, I can see it's a really powerful mower, much stronger than anything else out there, I would say. We've been using their prosumer version for the last 2 seasons, and it's much stronger, like I said, than Ego or Greenworks or any other mower that I've used, and this is doing an even better job than that with this thick grass and not having to double cut. And we've got it in mulch mode right now, and there really aren't any clippings. You know, there's no clumps, nothing like that, so it's not like we have to come through here and blow all this out or double cut. So I actually am impressed. So started to get a little bit too fast for the thickness of the grass there. And usually to cut this, even with a prosumer or Ego or Greenworks, any other mowers, we have to go pretty slowly to get through this. You know, we have to go maybe 1 or 2 miles an hour, but this one's still able to go, you know, a good bit. So yeah, we're gonna go charge it really quickly. That'll be another good video. I showed you guys us charging the 4 amp hour battery in about 8 minutes. This 11 amp hour is supposed to charge in about 15 minutes. So that's very impressive. Hey guys, I'm going to go ahead and use the commercial string trimmer. Like I said, you can use either the 4 amp hour battery, use the battery on the tool, or you can use the backpack with either the 4 amp or the 11 amp hour battery. But we're going to try the string trimmer out. It's got several power settings. I'm going to try it on low. Nice and easy. It's got a 16.5 inch swath. Let's see how All right, let's see some of Kevin's beautiful soft edging on the Kress commercial 60 volt trimmer. In this beautiful backyard. Beautiful, Kevin, beautiful. So let's go ahead and recap the commercial line that we just had the opportunity to demo for a couple days for Kress. Like I said, for the last 2 seasons, we've used their prosumer line. We've been very happy with the tools, and the performance has been incredible compared to what's out there right now. We haven't had the opportunity to use the commercial line much yet, so I don't have a lot of feedback as far as durability and more feedback as far as use on it. But from what I can say, the biggest thing and one of the most exciting things about this line is these commercial batteries, this new technology with the batteries that they've came out with, where you can literally charge a 4 amp hour battery in less than 8 minutes. This has been a big thing because now for the first time you can charge a battery faster than you can use a battery. And that's going to be a game changer because it completely changes your setup, and it greatly reduces the number of batteries that you have to keep on, with each of your crews. So literally you could have two 4 amp hour batteries and swap them throughout the day, or the 11 amp hour battery, or whatever size you choose. But that's a game changer right there, and very cool. The single biggest thing that I think that they've came out with. The string trimmer, the commercial string trimmer, is a very powerful string trimmer. The cool thing is, some people like a backpack battery. From my previous videos, I prefer to have the battery on the tool. But the nice thing about this string trimmer and these tools is that you can do either. You can use it with the backpack battery, the 11 amp hour battery, or you can use it with the battery on the tool itself, using like the 2 or 4 amp hour batteries. The backpack blower, some people, like I said, still prefer a backpack blower. We use handheld blowers because we do small residential mowing, and it's just quicker and easier, and it's easier to get into tight spaces. But for you guys doing commercial properties or doing leaf cleanups, and you don't want to have to carry that heavy handheld blower around all day, this backpack blower is extremely powerful, even more powerful than their 850 CFM handheld blower that we use. So an extremely powerful blower. The hedge trimmer, very cool tool, same as the string trimmer. You can use the backpack battery for that if you want to get the weight off of your arms, or you can put the battery on the tool. Very powerful, serviceable hedge trimmers. Finally, the 21-inch mower. We've had the opportunity to use this for a couple days. It is heavy duty. It is a very strong mower. Like I said, their 21-inch prosumer mower has been the most powerful mower I've used by far. This thing, so far from what I can tell, is much more powerful than that. The blades are extremely thick, seem like they're almost 1/4 of an inch thick. They are extremely heavy duty. There's going to be multiple different types of blades. So this mower right here is what I would consider like a true gas equivalent, commercial gas equivalent. And that's in fact what they told me. They weren't trying to target the most powerful electric mower. They were trying to go after the most powerful gas mowers. So I can tell you from using this thing, as far as power, it's there, and it's comparable to your strongest gas commercial mowers. With that comes, it is heavier duty. It is going to be heavier, but it is a very heavy duty mower, very powerful. I'm hoping that we get more opportunity to use this commercial line here in the upcoming months, in the upcoming season, and I'll share more feedback with you guys. But you guys will be able to see all of this stuff coming up at the Equip Expo. I can't wait for you guys to see the battery and the chargers and kind of that technology. And I can't wait for you guys to be able to see both the prosumer and the commercial line. But thank you so much for watching. I'm glad we could finally share this stuff with you. I apologize it's taken so long, but it's here, and I'm ready for you guys to see it. And I hope you guys are excited for Equip Expo and to see this stuff in person. Thanks for watching.